The esteem with which a leader is held by his people is largely defined by his character. His deliverables on mandate entrusted on him to chart their path and administer their commonwealth. Trust, therefore, is the key element here.
Character defines corporations, states, everything. And that character is embedded on the leader. Arguably in Nigeria, there is no government that has the character of Delta State because of the governor of Delta State. What is happening in Delta is remarkable. I'm somebody who knows what happens in Delta. As you know, anybody who lives in Onitsha is part of Delta. Yes, you go and meet people, Okowa'S they walk. Everyone.
The projects you have just seen are snippets of the avalanche of infrastructures delivered by Delta State government under Governor Okowa'S' watch to the people of the state.
I give it to Okowa'S anytime, any day. I mean, this is a man with grace. I mean, this is a man that has touched every aspect of governance in Delta State. If you move around Delta State, you will see developments going on. Just the road networking alone is something awesome. Before, it's very difficult for you to connect from one place to another here. But now there are routes where you can connect and save yourself from hold up.
There is no doubt that if he moves up to the position of Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he's going to translate those achievements that we have experienced in Delta up to the national level. And teaming up with personality like Atiku will definitely showcase the experience and the quality of leadership that he has exhibited in Delta.
Developing riverside communities in Delta was a big challenge to previous administrations in the state. The reason remained that the terrain was difficult, hard to reach. But with the belief that living in the area is not a death sentence and strengthened by the maxim that where there is a will, there is a way, Okowa'S set out to break the jinx and promptly cited key infrastructures in the area, one of which is the Okowa'S floating market, recently inaugurated and functioning.
I can tell you with all certainty that Governor Okowa'S has done very well for the people of the riverine area. If not anything at all, in the infrastructural, push in these communities, the Odeshekiri, pavement of the community. Also, I'm aware in Warri Southwest, in Ogulaha area, the long stretch of road, including internal roads of community. The Okowa'S market, which in Warri North, that was a massive stuff, completed and commissioned by Governor Okowa'S with a lot of positive impact on the lives of the people of that area.
Roads are the key factors of development. To give the creek dwellers a sense of belonging, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa conquered the riverside difficult terrain which hitherto were dubbed hard-to-reach terrain by constructing many roads there, from concrete paved roads in Okrakoko and Oproza to the 19.7-kilometer Yokri-Obotebe-Ogulaha roads. Also, internal roads at Ogidigbe and Ode-Shekiri have either been completed or ongoing. This is without prejudice to many more that crisscross the entire state, no fewer than 2,000 kilometers.
Let me, on behalf of the government and people of Rivers State, sincerely thank my dear brother, Senator Okowa, for inviting us to come to this place and join him in commissioning this wonderful project. I don't identify myself with people who have nothing to show. I come to a place when I know that work is going on. I know that my brother is doing very well. That shows that PDP is in action. PDP government is working. So I thank you, my dear brother, and I continue to identify myself with you. And so today, I commission this dualization for the people of Asaba and the people of Delta State to use, in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
The good people of Delta State, you shall appreciate the person that God has given to you, the person of Dr. and Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, because this is uncommon transformation of the state. I congratulate you for doing this laudable project that touched the life of your people. If all governors can be able to copy what our brother is doing, Nigeria will be a place for each and every citizen to stay back at home.
Before I left for the US, I lived in Asaba here. I have watched it very well. Okowa has shown a very good prudence in most of the things he has been doing. Each time I come, there's a change, and mostly the road area. The interconnection of other roads have been so tremendously well done. I can talk about the drainage. It's done well.
Bridges have been built on some of the roads needing such infrastructure. Trans-Warri Ode-Shekiri Road has 19 bridges being built by the governor. 15 have been completed and work ongoing on 4.
This is our project. Where this road is going, that's the home of the Shekiris. Every single Shekiri man needs this project. There is this mentality when they say the governor is from the Delta North, the man will just develop only the North. If the governor is from Delta Central, the man will face only Delta Central. But so far so good, Okowa'S has been doing work all around the state. The man is working. This is a special project. All the Shekiris need this project. As an Shekiri man, this is our project.
There are other bridges that have also been completed across the state by the Governor Ifeanyi Okowa administration. They include Koka Flyover and Interchange in Asaba, Agbaro Orere Bridge, Efroto Bridge, and Oha Bridge. Gigantic Beneku Bridge and Ayakromo Bridge are at various stages of completion.
Okowa, they work. And we they see. My brother, the governor, you have not disappointed me. Been watching you commissioning projects all over the state. I don't want to take this for granted. It is because of your strong will to do these things that we're witnessing. And to appreciate you for your uprightness in working not just for Delta State but for Nigeria. And you have never failed in any assignment given to you at the party level. Continue to do your best. You are a bridge builder. In the midst of all the challenges that we have in our country today, people singing various songs of disunity, you have remained focused. And I want you to continue.
This is the realization of a dream that has spanned over 40 years, that the people have transited from trekking through the river, walking through wooden bridges, to modernity. So today is modernity. This is one project that OPADE could not do, NDDC could not do, but His Excellency, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, has achieved.
Governor Okowa has also excelled in the area of workers' welfare and office accommodation with the construction of the Professor Chike Dozien Secretariat.
His Excellency the Governor of Delta State deserves commendation despite dwindling revenue receipts and severe resource constraints across all levels of government in our country. You have been able to provide the funding for this project. Also, your recognition of the critical role of the public sector is notable. And we've heard already how inspired the public servants today are, and that they're even spending longer hours in office. This is very, very commendable indeed. On the completion of this very important project, which is yet another demonstration of what you have shown over the years, that with visionary leadership, a state government can do incredible things indeed. And this one is surely one that I'm sure will be one of your most worthwhile legacies. Well done indeed.
We have cause to celebrate in Delta State. The states of infrastructure, particularly as it's related to the civil service, and now there is a world of difference. At the inception of the states, there was dearth of infrastructure in terms of office accommodation for civil servants. We have an ultra-modern secretariat. It's an edifice to behold. It could rank as one of the best in the country. There are various facilities provided there, canteen, crèche, what have you. And so the stories I've been hearing from the civil servants is that now they think they have arrived. They like going to work, they don't mind spending long hours, and they can now afford to put on their very best attires because they are going to offices that are conducive, well furnished, and today the Okowa administration has carved its name in the annals of the history of this state with this edifice.
Government will save a lot of money that hitherto has been put into renting private office accommodation. Then having said that, when you come in terms of the advantages to the system, you see majority of the offices are now in one building, which makes it convenient for communication. So talking about the image, even the aesthetics, what it has added to the city of Asaba, it has added value to management processes in the civil service. So it's a very laudable project.
In education, Governor Okowa has left no stones unturned in providing the needful infrastructure from the foundational levels so that Deltans will have the best.
Talking about preschool education in Delta State also speaks to the future
of the cerebral development of our children. I think that Governor Okowa'S has done so well. It is only a leader that loves his people, that thinks about tomorrow. And I know what he wants to achieve. He wants to produce Deltans that will be world beaters. This is what he has set out to do in this school today. I am so thrilled that I am tempted to doff my cap for Governor Okowa'S. Well done, sir. I want to recommend that for those who are bothered about poor performance in school, children that are not doing well, unemployment, I recommend that you come to Delta State and learn how to solve the problems from first principles.
To up the ante and develop manpower, he also invested in technical education. Today, Delta is on the cusp of having 25 technical colleges, one in each of the 25 local government areas in the state. 3 in Efrun, Asaba, and Obiarugo have been completed and opened among the 19 new ones conceived by Governor Okowa'S to complement hitherto existing 6 technical colleges in the state.
School will help me so much because I love the school from the very first day I saw the school. And even if you leave the school, you must have something doing in life because there are a lot of things in this school to learn about. Governor Okowa'S, I want to say a very big thank you for making this school a reality.
Why I think this technical college would make a good school for me to learn is because of the facilities and also the classes they have. Another reason why I like this school is because of the standards and moral principles.
New technical schools are being built across the state, very solid infrastructure being produced for them. The whole idea is to be able to create that middle-level technical manpower that is needed to drive any economy. So it's very commendable, and the House of Assembly has played this role in helping to give legal framework for the setting up and establishment of those schools.
Tertiary education has also received a fair share of attention with the creation of 3 new universities. This is also without prejudice to upgrade of colleges of education and schools of nursing.
No society can develop without education. Where educated mind is a mind that is emancipated socially, economically, and politically. With the government intervention in broadening the landscape educationally of deltas, therefore, our crime rate will go down. It is obvious that only a person with a lion heart that can wake up in the morning and say, I'm establishing 3 universities. I give that to the governor for having the yearning of deltans looking for admission all over Nigerian university, and they can't get. This was informed His Excellency the decision to go right and see the 3 central districts educationally empowered. And by having 3 universities, so for expanding the educational landscape for deltans and Nigeria at large is indeed very credible legacy to leave behind.
I must use this opportunity to commend the Delta State government, led by our able executive governor, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa'S. I have worked with a lot of people, but I have never seen a man that multitasks apart from managing this big state. He has time for institutions like this, ensuring that these 3 universities which he created in addition to that of Abraka are all running full steam.
The entertainment industry has also enjoyed the governor's Midas touch with the completion and inauguration of the Mariam Babangida Leisure Park and Film Village, which has been acknowledged by big players and stakeholders in the industry as the best thing to happen to creative industry in the country and Africa.
With the filmmakers, the entertainment industry, to be grateful. And about 4 years ago, when I suggested this to the governor, I said, look, it's about time we have a film village in Delta, because every other state that hosted Nollywood, Lagos, Enugu, they were unable to build film village. Now that we're in Delta, the only legacy it can leave behind is to build film village. So I'm happy that thing I said and I suggested to him, it's carried on. So I'm very grateful.
It's the first time in the history of where Nollywood has given birth to different places. Nollywood has come to have a film village, for us to have a one-stop center. That is what we have been able to see here. It's very, very welcome, and kudos to His Excellency Dr. Okowa'S, who taught it wise and has been able to fulfill this as it were.
The aviation sector has never had it so good as Asaba International Airport, that was downgraded to a Category 3 airport before Okowa'S came on the saddle as governor in 2015, has been roundly upgraded by the governor, whose administration built a new runway and installed other vital facilities, including Instrument Landing System (ILS). Recently, the airport was concessioned for optimal performance.
The airport was not concessioned because we wanted to concession it. It was concession because there was massive economic consideration for that exercise. We wanted to introduce efficiency, we wanted to minimize waste. Before the concession, government was spending in excess of 500 million annually running the airport, but we were generating maybe less than 100 million income from it. The government decided that, look, we needed to put our thinking cap to see what we can do to reduce the losses. And we came up with the idea that the best thing is to really bring in private sector to help us manage and develop the airport to the world-class airport that we expected it to be at the time of conception.
Health is wealth, it is said. On this score, Governor Okowa'S has invested huge resources in the sector. For instance, the Asaba Specialist Hospital has been completed and equipped to function optimally. So also, our Delta State University Teaching Hospital, Ogara, and the recently inaugurated Mother and Child Hospital and Advanced Diagnostic Center, Owalero.
This place, Mother and Child, is quite different from others hospital because we have a lot of things, equipment. You know, before, if a lady gave birth, maybe like premature babies, we don't need to refer them far places. We can take care of them here.
Our Papa be this, we now get up number one.
Human capital development to checkmate unemployment is one of the star policies of the Okowa'S-led administration. Thousands of youths in the state have been empowered in the various job and wealth creation programs of the government.
Today in Nigeria, 34 million of people, number of youth, of that 34 million, 42% of that is unemployed. This is one of the major problems in this country today. And what we are achieving here is bringing that figure down, not only in Delta, but for the entire country. We were like students, sleeping in the same room because we sat down each other for 4 years. To now see this performance in the state, it makes me very proud.
As Senator Okowa aspires to become Nigeria's next vice president on the platform of the PDP, citizens across board are united with a common refrain that the governor has done enough to merit the office.
When we recognize as a party the sterling contributions of Governor Okowa, his character as a calm, articulate and brilliant young man, we, the leadership of the party, decided that Delta State has to be rewarded.
He's eminently qualified. He has done enough in Delta State to show that if he's given a higher position of responsibility, that he will pull through. As a person, I've watched him from afar, but I've come in contact with him also prior to his becoming the governor and also whilst a governor. Apart from his intelligence, which radiates more or less, he has shown a lot of grace in the way he manages both material and men, so that you cannot but trust him in executing any function he's assigned to do.
And with the elections coming in a few days, Nigerians are excitedly waiting for the recovery of Nigeria. Yes, for the change they deserve.
I told my people before now that by the special grace of God, I'm going to work for them and work with them until the very last day, May 28, 2023. And that's why we stayed focused on the programs that we have already mapped out for our people, and we'll continue to stay focused as we go on.
We have suffered a lot and we are tired. We are going to vote for PDP.